So we are going to do some recording with very basic setups. We already have the drums, we have the bass, we have the rhythm guitars, and we have the melodies and ending guitars. Pretty much everything is recorded now. We still gotta fine-tune stuff. We have no EQ on the guitar, so we gotta do this now. So here's our project. Let me play it for you real quick. And so on. Yeah, and we still need to set the levels, like the ending guitar is like way too loud. Let's just go into our console. We got a bus for the rhythm guitars already. We also have a bass bus. Alright, rhythm guitars are panned left and right. Perfect. Now the melody. Let's make a bus for those. Right click, stereo bus. We call that melody. And then we route them to the melody bus. The ending guitar is only one track, so we don't need a bus for this. We don't have any EQ on the rhythm guitars. We could do this in the bus, so that's the good thing about the bus. We don't have to do things like twice, 3 times, and so on. In the bus, we can just have effects that apply for all our tracks that go to this bus. Let's solo this and have an EQ in there. For the rhythm guitars, or for guitars in general, we need high pass filter. That means we cut out some low frequencies that would just give us mud. Here's a high pass filter. So we gotta listen to the guitars and figure out like how far we can get with the high pass filter without destroying our guitar sound. And we need to keep in mind that we also have the bass, so we don't need that much low end on the guitars. So I figured that here at 138 Hz about, the guitar sound starts to change. Another way we could probably do this is just have a low pass filter and go all the way back and listen to what we actually cut out. You hear that rumble? So we don't want that. Now we can hear a little bit more. You gotta wear headphones though. We can hear a bit more. So I think like around 130 we cut this out. Let's do the same thing with the high frequencies. So we go with the high pass filter all the way up and we dial it back so far that we know what actually is just fizzy noise. That would be too much. I mean, this is like very fizzy, but we need a little bit of that. Between like 6 and 7 somewhere. Now we need to go the other way around. We said like at 130. Was it 130? So let's go with the low pass filter first. The low pass filter is like 6.6 we said. And the high pass filter ups was at around 130, right? And then that's how the guitars sound like after the EQ. And I can also show you how it sounds compared to the original. With EQ, without. It might sound like the guitar is not that full anymore when we put the EQ there, but if you listen to this in context with the bass and drums and everything, let's go bypass first, and then I turn the EQ on. There's like so much more space within the mix. One more time. Now when I bypass it doesn't have that much punch. Funnily, we take frequencies out and that way we get more punch. You could also listen for some frequencies that are not that great, that makes the guitar still a bit muddy or too fizzy, and we go with the Q. Just show you. So we go up here and then set the Q really high so we get like a very narrow frequency spectrum. Think like that frequency, like if you listen to this, think that sounds a lot better. Let's listen to it in context. So much cleaner. You can hear it immediately when I turn it off. There usually is another frequency, like in this area. There it is. This woo 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 sound. Bring this down. I think that sounds alright. Like on its own, it sounds very thin compared. Like super thin. And all guitarists will hate me for that. But if you listen to it in the mix, when I turn it on, like the mix opens up just a little bit more, and that's what we want. Let's have the same thing with the melody. EQ. Let's listen to it in solo again and do the same thing. We go with the high pass filter and figure out what high frequencies we want to cut out, and then the other way around. I think we can go pretty much with the same. How about the low frequencies? Gotta turn up my headphones. I think we can almost go up to 250. Let's try this. So low pass filter we said would be around 6.6, right? And high pass filter at like 250 around. Let's look for some frequencies. Hello? Hi. That's it. Bye bye.